So as we're on this theme of like operators, I say I'm on this theme of operators, like growing operators. I'm not a good operator. Um, as an owner of a company, that doesn't, anyway, I'm not a good operator. But most of my friends are very good operators, and they're owner operators of their business. And so we were talking, about operations and the importance of like caring for, and I don't know if it was Stephen Covey that said, the best way to, somebody said, the best way to make sure that your guys know you care about them is to actually care about them. And I was talking to a few leaders about this yesterday as well. Is like, do you care enough about somebody to tell them what you believe to be truthful, and or what you believe might help them, or make them aware of things that might be holding them back, right? And so I've heard a lot of my friends, owners, leaders say things like, well, I'm not going to say anything because, they I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm not going to say anything. So that's one, right? One reason that you might choose not to say, that I've chosen not to say something to people. It's like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to offend them. It's not. The second reason is you might say, well, it's not my place, right? It's not my place to share with them my observation of something that they're doing or did that's could be causing them problems. And the other is I just don't give a shit about them, right? I just don't care. And so, it kind of pushes on like, for me as a leader, and I'm talking to my guys that are operators, I'm like, do you care enough about the person to make yourself uncomfortable in sharing something that might be holding them back? Like, think about that, So do you care enough about somebody, whether they're in your charge or not, right? They're a teammate, an employee, or a coworker, or a co-leader, or somebody in the marketplace. Do you care enough about them to make yourself uncomfortable? Because what it seems to be like it seems to be bullshit when I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Actually, the reality is I just don't want to. I don't want myself to be uncomfortable. That's like, I don't want to offend them. That's easy to say because it makes it sound like I'm a good person, right? But the truth is, if I'm being transparent, is like, I don't want to feel uncomfortable doing that. Like, I don't want to do it. So it's just super selfish of me, which is convicting, right? So anyway, talking to operators about that very thing is like, do you care enough about them to make you uncomfortable to share with them observations of constraints or issues that might be hindering their progress or who they choose to become or what they're trying to build? So it's tough, man. It's really tough.